If you've been looking for a way to finish your degree or maybe just start one, but every path you found feels out of reach, University of the People is one of the few real options on the table right now, because it's not just online, it's tuition free, accredited and built specifically for people who've been locked out of the usual higher education. Not because they didn't want it, but because they couldn't afford it, or couldn't take time off, or couldn't drop everything to sit in a lecture hall 5 days a week. Now, this isn't some shiny new platform promising to reinvent college overnight. It's been around for years, and what it offers is simple: a structured, low-cost way to earn a real degree fully online without needing loans to do it. But just because it's accessible doesn't mean it's perfect. There's a reason it's affordable, and if you're thinking of signing up, you'll want to know what that trade-off looks like up front. So in this video, I'll walk you through University of the People, what it is, how it works, and who it's really for, because it doesn't fit everyone, but if it does, it could be the one system that finally lets you move forward. So University of the People is an accredited nonprofit school that runs entirely online. There's no tuition, just small course fees. And compared to even the cheapest community college, it's still incredibly low cost. And this isn't a startup. They've been doing this for over a decade. Their whole mission is to make higher education accessible to people who have been priced out, aged out, or boxed out of other options. Whether you're in the US or overseas, the system works the same. Same format, same costs, same degree. And it's not built like a traditional college. You won't find dorms or lectures or professors holding office hours. What you will find is a system designed to keep things structured, consistent, and flexible enough to actually fit into your life. Now, the big question with anything online is usually, does this even count? And in this case, yes, it does. University of the People is fully accredited in the US, so the degrees are legitimate and recognized. And as of 2025, they've earned regional accreditation, specifically the same type used by schools in the University of California and the Cal State systems. So when a U of the People student earns a bachelor's, that degree actually stands on the same level as any other regionally accredited school. Your credits are more likely to transfer, employers and grad schools are more likely to take it seriously, and overall it carries more weight than ever before. Now, instead of offering every degree under the sun, they stick to the paths that actually lead somewhere: business administration, computer science, and health science. You can start with a 2-year associate or go all the way through a full bachelor's in any of those. Then on the grad side, there's an MBA, a master's in IT, and a master's in education. And like everything else here, those are designed to be flexible. No set class times, no live lectures, just a steady rhythm of assignments each week that you can work through on your own schedule. There's also some shorter certificate programs if you're just looking to build a skill or test the waters. And for international students who aren't totally comfortable with academic English yet, there's an ESL track to help bridge that gap. But for most students, it's the full degrees that matter. Those are the ones that show up on a resume, and those are the ones that can actually change what's possible for you. And just so you know what you're actually paying, here's the breakdown. There's a $60 application fee, and undergrad courses are $160 each. So for a full associate degree, that's around $3,200, and a bachelor's comes in just under $65. Then the grad courses are a bit more per class: $450 for the MBA and the master's in IT, and $400 for the master's in education. So you're looking at about $5,400 in total, give or take. But that's the real cost. There's no tuition, no surprise fees, and if you bring in transfer credits or knock out some gen eds elsewhere, you can bring that total down even further. So if you're looking into it seriously, I'll leave a link in the description with more details, and that usually has some deals or discounts that you won't find anywhere on their website, so feel free to check it out. Now, everything's online and runs on your own time, as long as you hit the weekly deadlines. Each term runs 9 weeks, and every Thursday, you'll see a new set of assignments. Then everything is due the following Wednesday night. Most of the work is reading, writing, responding. You'll post in discussion forums, turn in essays or code, grade a few classmates' assignments, and get your own work graded in turn. There's always an instructor keeping an eye on things, but for the most part, it's self-managed. And because there's no option for late work, ever, you really do have to stay on top of your schedule. But once you get into the rhythm, it's predictable. No surprises, no group projects, just steady progress you can plan your life around. And if you've already taken some college classes somewhere else, or even just a few online courses, there's a good chance you won't have to start from scratch here. This is a simple system for transferring credits in. It only costs $17 to have a course reviewed. If it's accepted, that is one less class you have to take and pay for through their program. They've even set up a few workarounds to make things even cheaper. Partner sites like Sophia or Sailor let you take gen ed credits ahead of time, usually at a much lower cost. Finish up, and you can bring those credits back in and apply them to your degree. It's all above board. You're still following the process, still getting everything approved. But if you map it out right, you can cut the cost of a full degree by a lot and still end up with the same result at the end. Now, to be clear, this isn't some random pop-up school. They've been around long enough to build up some solid partnerships. A few of the top performing students each year have the option to transfer into places like NYU Abu Dhabi or finish out their degree at the University of Edinburgh. There's also a mentorship program with McGill in Canada. But even if you're not looking to transfer, the goal is getting hired, and grads have ended up at places like Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, the UN, the World Bank. It's a wide range. Obviously, no school can guarantee a job, but it does show that employers take this degree seriously, especially when paired with experience and a solid resume. Now, this isn't built for the average college freshman. It's for people who need school to work around their lives, not the other way around. So people with jobs, people with families, maybe living in a country where higher education isn't even an option. If you're self-motivated, organized, and just need a way to finally finish what you started or start fresh without taking on debt, it's one of the most accessible ways available. Now, it does come with trade-offs. That peer grading model, it's not always perfect. The lack of live instruction can feel a little isolating, and if you need more structure, more guidance, or just more hand-holding to stay on track, this probably isn't the right setup. But if what's been in your way isn't effort, it's access, this might be one of the few realistic ways forward. It's not a shortcut, it's not easy, but it makes earning a legitimate degree possible without putting your life on hold. So if you've been trying to find a way back into higher education without going into massive debt, hopefully this gave you a clearer picture of what that could look like. It's not trying to be everything for everyone, but if it fits, it's a rare chance to move forward on your own terms and actually finish what you started. And I'll leave that link in the description. It's the one with the most up-to-date info on fees and programs. Plus, there's usually some offers that don't show up on the official site, so definitely worth checking out. Also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below. If you found this helpful, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments. I do my best to reply to as many of those as I can. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.